Let's talk about planning. The word akrasia is a Greek word that stands for not acting in accordance to one's best judgment, or in today's words, some version of procrastination. Suppose you have an important deadline that you know you need to meet and you know you need to start working on that project right now, but you still choose to hang out with your friends. You know it would be best for you to go work, but instead you're indulging yourself and procrastinating. How do you solve part of that at least? You create a plan. The tools you decide to use to start planning don't really matter. You can use an actual planner, you can use a digital planner, you can use your phone, you can use calendars. What does matter is for you to answer questions like, what days of the week am I going to work or study this? When is the deadline? Can I put a reminder for it? Talking about reminders, a good reminder is for you to put everything in one place. And if you decide to use more than one planning method, you need to have redundancy. Meaning, if I write down stuff on my physical planner, but I also have a digital planner, I need to have it in both. Otherwise, I will perhaps forget what's going on. If you don't want to simply duplicate them, you can make references, meaning, hey, on August 15th, I have this event, but the details are on my digital planner. And yes, it's really important for you to write it down or type it, because if you just trust your brain to remember those things, chances are that you will forget something at some point. A big part of planning is realizing what times of the day can you add more tasks or not. So you need to figure out your routine. For example, say you go to work or school. Do you commute? If your commute is on a subway for 30 minutes, maybe you can get something done in those 30 minutes. But again, the point is, when you finally put down your routine, you're gonna start finding gaps or not, so you're gonna have to create those gaps during your day for you to be able to get those things done. Now, the second thing I want you to address is what needs more time. For example, say you're really good at math and you're allocating 2 hours for math, but you are terrible in history and you're also allocating 2 hours for history. Well, maybe you need less time for math and don't study math for that long, although you like it. You need to be smart about how you spend your time. Now, this is an important disclaimer. Life happens. Events happening, the unexpected happens. Look, sometimes you're just gonna take longer to do things. Sometimes you're not gonna wanna do anything that day. That's okay. So keep in mind that your planner is a tool, not handcuffs, that are telling you something that you cannot get out of. If things change for whatever reason, just plan accordingly. Adapt. Be open to the change. The impact of those little emergencies or big ones throughout your day, throughout the week, don't hurt you as much as if you were not planning. And this leads me to a very quick conversation about planning for the unexpected and buffer time. Buffer time is when you decide to add a few extra minutes to a task that theoretically doesn't need those extra minutes. Think you have to commute somewhere, and your commute takes 15 minutes, okay? If you leave your house 15 minutes before you need to be at the place you need to be at, you're probably gonna be late. Now, if you leave 20 minutes early, you're probably gonna be on time. Now, what if you left 28 minutes earlier? You are creating space for you to not be stressed when tiny things happen. And this leads me to the plan for the unexpected. And I quite literally mean that. There was a point in time I would take my planner and I would write down unexpected. And that would be a whole hour of my day. And I used to use a technique called time boxing. So throughout that, I would put an hour there, unexpected. So if someone came to me in the middle of the day and was like, hey, I need you to go pick this up for me. Hey, can you pick me up from this place? Hey, can you do this for me real quick? Or when a thought just comes to my mind, oh, I need to get that done. Wait, I could do that now. I have that time. I have the unexpected. And the more interesting part of all of that is for hanging out with friends. I had a whole hour of my day for unexpected things. If a friend of mine just hits me up, hey Luis, I need a couple minutes to talk. Or if one of them just called me, hey, I really want to go hang out for a little bit, I would have that time. Planning for the unexpected is quite literally, in this case, just allocating some amount of time in your day for what you don't expect to happen. And if nothing happens, well, you just gain another hour of your day that you can spend however you'd like. Now, to close this up, time management is one of the topics that I am highly passionate about, and I know for a fact that it would help a ton of people. So just like we have this metacognition course, we also created the time management one. And the techniques that we're teaching there will allow you to be more efficient and to find a balance so you can live, your happy life and go do things other than work. That's the whole point of time management that most people overlook. They think it's all about just doing more and more and more and more and more. No, I want to teach you how to be productive so you can get your work done in the least amount of time possible without sacrificing the quality of your work, so you can go live your life, so you can go be friends with people, so you can have relationships, so you can make connections. Go be a human, whatever that means to you. So if you're interested, this is an unsung course, so we are aiming to save you time, we are aiming to keep you interested, we are aiming to providing you good quality content. Go check out the link below. Cool. If you prepare in advance for an event, chances are you're going to do very well at it.